Good morning. I really need to wear my hair out more. Okay, just wait for you to come on. And I'm going to share a bit early this morning. Hello, who have I got on? Hey, Kim. Hey, Matt. Okay, I'm going to get straight onto it, but lots to do this morning. Hey, Simone. This morning I want to talk with you about trusting your instincts and asking you if you've been trusting yours. I've been working with an amazing coach. We worked together for a month and I just made a decision not to continue I've committed to a long program and I've just made the decision that I'm going to not do that. And that was just purely instinctual. It wasn't anything she did wrong. We had a really great time together. I learned so much, but my instinct told me that it was just time to move on and that I got what I needed and it was time to move on. And of course, when I do something like that, if I commit to something, I give it my everything. And so I felt really good about the decision, but this morning in the shower, I was ruminating over it and thinking about, just plugging in and asking myself, were my instincts right on this? And then the thing that came to my mind straight away was, when have your instincts never been right? And I thought, yeah, that's right. Whenever I trust my instincts, they're always right. And there are a lot of, I just actually, as an aside, thank you for the love. I was just interviewing a social media manager. Rather than investing in coaching, I've decided that I really need to ramp up my team. So I'm looking at a social media manager and I'm also going to look at hiring a super high-end PR person. Just got to find the right one. And so my instincts will lead me there too. But I was speaking with this lady that is a potential social media manager. And I spoke to her about the launch of Rich, Fit and Famous online, and she said, oh my God, I've got goosebumps. And I got goosebumps as well. And I thought, yeah, my instincts on that are right as well. And I can't wait to release it. It's going to be exciting. So what I want you to consider is, if you look back in hindsight, what were all the times that your instincts were screaming at you and either you listened to them and you got the result that you wanted and things turned out the way that they were supposed to, or you didn't listen to them and in hindsight you look back and think, oh, if only I had have listened to my gut right then, I'd be in a very different situation right now. I think we underestimate too much the impact that, I'll answer that question in a second, Bill, but good question. So I want to invite you to just really understand the importance of trusting your gut. I have been in this game for such a long time now. I've been an entrepreneur since I was basically 23. I'm 47 now, and it's a long time, and my instincts have always guided me. Every time I listen to them, I get the right result, and the decision can be to do something or to not do something. And when I listen to them and really trust them, that's what makes a difference. And even right now in my business, it's gone gangbusters in the last 6 months because I've made the commitment to every day, I'm just going to be really plugged in and guided by what I feel I need to say and share or create, or the Let's program that I'm going to roll out. And that's what I'm doing. And my business has never been more energetic and exciting. And it's, the writing's on the board in my bank balance as well. And it's just me being tuned in and really listening to what, I know my market so well because I am them just a few steps ahead. And so when I stay tuned into that, when I stay plugged into that, and I'm really listening to them and I'm engaging with them on social media, then I'm really able to know what to do next. And that's the thing, that's the tuning in and really asking myself pretty much every day, what do I need to do today? What do I need to do next? What's the next step? And then the answer always comes if you just stay still and you stay quiet long enough. And the other thing to remember is that when we get an idea and we're excited and we're inspired by the idea, that's our gut saying green light, green light. So you have to trust it and you have to go for it. Yeah, that's right, Bill. So when we, I've got to stop reading comments because I keep getting, Distracted. Okay, so when we get those ideas and that we're inspired by an idea to move forward, that's our green light saying, go, go, go. It's only when we stop and we start to give ourselves time to think that we question ourselves, that we second guess ourselves, we lose the momentum, and then the thing that was going to go out into the world is this kind of half-assed version of what we could have sent out there. So the speed in which I release things, the speed in which I come forward with my ideas is what is the key, because my energy is behind it. I'm excited about it, and that creates a momentum. So when you sit there too long, and you ruminate over things and you give yourself an opportunity to turn yourself, talk yourself out of it, that's when you run into trouble. Thank you, Andy. Thanks, Shelley. Okay, so Bill, I'm going to get back to your question about why did I hire a coach in the first place? Well, the coach that I took on, we've been in each other's space for a very long time, and I've watched her star rise over the last 12 months. And she's doing, or about to do, multiple 7 figures, and I'm not doing that yet. And so for me, I decided that, well, I want to find out what's the difference between her and me. What is the difference between her earning multiple 7 figures and the fact that I'm not yet? And my instinct told me it's just time. It's just that she's far more aggressive with her visibility than I am. But we basically do the same thing. And so what is the difference? And also, is it a mindset thing? And all of those questions were answered for me. And that was the one thing that was holding me back. So I spent time with her. She was amazing. And I was able to ask her the question, based on what I'm doing now, what do I need to do differently? Is there anything I need to do differently other than what I'm doing now? And the answer was a resounding, absolutely not. You're doing everything right. Just do more of it and you'll be fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then the next question was, do you believe that I can do the same numbers that you're doing in your business? And her response was, and we were face to face at the time, absolutely 1000%, no doubt about that at all. So it was really just a validation thing and a few little things that I wanted some confirmation on. My sales page copy is not great. I'm not good at, I'm going to reframe that actually. I'm okay at it, but I write sales page copy the way that I like to be sold to, which is you don't need to give me the fluff and the bells and whistles and 27,000 words. I just want to know what I'm getting, what's the result going to be, and I want to know what the inclusions are. I scroll through everything anyway, so perhaps it was a weakness. I don't know. I'm going to test it. I'm going to really try and beef up my sales pages a little bit more and see how that goes. But the reason for the coaching was we all need a coach at different times, and I've had various coaches over the years and they've always left me with something that helped me move to the next level. And sometimes it's simply been me getting there and going, I don't actually need this, I already know what I'm doing, which is a little bit of the case with the last coach. But that validation was so important to me, and it's made me, realize the limits that I was putting on, I guess, my income earning ability. And it's never all about the money, it's not about that. For me, I've got to lead with love, it's got to be about my passion for my tribe and, really feeling like I'm a value and delivering stuff that inspires them and helps them move forward in some way. So it's never just about the money when you hear me talk about the money, but it's a bit of a sport for me. My business makes great money and I live a really amazing life, but it's always interesting to me to push the boundaries. And it was like this with everything else. Oh, that's good, Simone. Thank you. I've been a Taekwondo competitor as well, and I always wanted to push the boundaries on that. I'm heading back to Thailand for nearly 3 weeks to train. I guess sometimes I look at it and think I'm nearly 48 years of age. Who goes to Thailand when they're nearly 50 and goes and does Thai boxing? But that's me. I like to push the boundaries on everything, and that's a sport as well. I like to see how fast can I crank up the treadmill, how everything that I do is testing the boundaries. I was like that as a kid. I'm like that now. I'm going to be like that in the nursing home. It's no different. And for me, my income earning ability is just, it's me chasing down more goals, because if I don't continue to raise the bar, I go backwards. And it's the same for you. Unless we're going up, unless we're chasing something, unless we're aspiring to something, if we're just sitting around staring at our navel, we go backwards. It's just the way that it is. Life is never in suspension, or if it is, it's for a microsecond before we have to move forward again. And that's what drives me. The numbers are interesting. But it's really just about being better than I was yesterday and hitting bigger targets than I did last month. I'm a numbers junkie, you know, every day I'm looking at my numbers and I'm checking in my zero. What was I doing this time last year and the year before and the year before? And that excites me, just like when, you know, I was trying to cut down my run times. You know, what did I do a month ago? What did I do 3 months ago over that distance? It's all about test and measure. But getting back to the topic of today's conversation, which is about trusting your instincts and the importance of doing that, I really want you to look back over your past and think about, as I say, those times where you didn't trust your instincts and you wish you had have, because had you would have got a different result. And also the times when you did trust your instincts and it worked out well. And one of the things I talk about to my community and my paid clients is, you know, the importance of backing yourself and having the confidence to back yourself. And for me, I know that no matter what happens in my life or, you know, what things happen in my business, I always back myself to get up and go again. You know, there's a saying about, I can't remember how it went, but Richard Branson, for example, you know, you could put him into any business and back him to make it a success. And you know that if he lost his billions tomorrow, he'd have it again in 12 months' time. That's just who he is. And that's kind of who I am too. And I know that I can rely on myself to do that because I look back at my past experiences. I look back at all those times when I trusted my instincts and it worked out okay, because I was, you know, allowing myself to trust myself that I knew the right thing. So it's good to have a coach, definitely. Everybody needs a coach, and at times, you know, I'll need another one at some point or feel like I want one at another point. But right now I feel like, you know, I'm flying. I feel like I don't need that support. I don't feel like I need that validation. I feel like, you know, I know exactly what I need to do. But all of that is based on all of those times I trusted my instincts between then and now. And our gut is such a powerful thing. And one of the things that, you know, as I say, I'm doing more than I've ever done is just checking in every day with what feels right. What do I need to do today? What do I need to offer today? What do I need to talk about in my Facebook Live today? Where do I need to take my business? And the answers show up because I know them. I trust myself to know them, and I just sit quietly and I just ponder the question and then let it surface. And when it does, I trust my instincts and I go for it. I don't second guess it. I don't sit and have a conversation with 27 people about it. I just get on with the, you know, if it sits in my gut and it's right, I just act. It's as simple as that. And then I know I'll figure stuff out along the way. So Rich, Fit and Famous Online was just an idea. And then I went, whoa, okay, this is going to be awesome. So straight away I got the wheels in motion, registered the URL, sent my logo brief off. And I had all of that within a couple of days because I'm having a website built as we speak, hopefully finished in a couple of weeks. And for me, that was not stopping and thinking, how am I going to manage that when I've got this, and is it going to confuse my market and blah, blah, blah. It was simply a matter of this is it, I need to go for it. And so I did. And, you know, we'll see 12 months from now where that's sitting. But your instincts are your best friend. Your gut is your best friend. Pay attention to it. That's it. I've got to interview one more social media manager. Oh, and before I go, my Cyber Monday sale is still going till midday today. Get on it. I've got nearly $1,600 or $1,597 worth of programs, and I've set up a payment plan where you can get the whole lot today for $79. So if you are interested in any of my programs, go get on that. As I say, $79. The whole thing is under $400. All up, more if you're on the payment plan. But if you want all of those programs, which includes my 2017 Success Planning Bootcamp, and definitely go check out the page for that. I'm going to post the Cyber Monday page above this in a second. But go check out that page because you'll see all of the comments from the people that were on that program and just how amazing it was. And it wasn't just because I ran it, that group really made it, but the recordings there, all the workbooks are there. I've also got my 5-day mindset reboot, success mindset reboot program as part of the bundle. And that, again, go and have a look at the comments on that page as well. That was a life-changing program for so many people on that call. Or that was a 5-day boot camp. So there's content for 5 days, workbooks, all that sort of stuff. But the bundle, as I say, you can get that for $79 today. And that runs out at midday today, Melbourne time. So we're talking at 7:30 in the morning now, So 4.5 hours away, that's going to close out. So if you want that bundle, give me 2 seconds and I'll post the link to the top of the video, and then you can go check it out. But it's, you know, the strict timeline is midday today, and I'll tell you why. I'm freaking exhausted I did my first Black Friday sale and my first Cyber Monday sale, and I'm kind of over it. I want you to buy the programs because they're incredible programs. There's so much value in that bundle, but I'm pretty much over the sales process. So you know, the selling of Black Friday and all that sort of stuff. It was new to me. It kind of felt a bit, you know, icky, awkward kind of thing, but everybody's doing it. And I thought, what, you know, not that I usually do what everybody's doing, but I thought I'm going to have a go. I'm going to test it. And I've got a lot of information for when I do it again next year. But anyway, check out that bundle. Actually, what I'll do is I'll pop it in there in the comments now so you can grab it, and then I will post it above the video as well. But it's in the feed now if you want to go check it out. But as I said, there's so many awesome programs in there. There's programs for MLMs, there's the 5-day boot camp, success boot camp, there's the Creator Signature program in there as well, which is where it all started for me when I launched my $25,000 high-end program. That's how this business started. Yeah, and that my whole process for how I launched that and sold 7 women into that $25,000 program, all that's in there. So that's all included. You can get it all today for $79, as I say. There's 3 more payments after that, but you know, it's really well worth the investment. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got to interview another social media manager. I've got a few other things to get done. I've got one of my awesome coaching clients today. And I've got to write up the sales page copy for Rich, Fit and Famous Online. So I'm excited to get stuck into that as well. Anyway, have an amazing day and trust your gut. Bye.